Please like, share, subscribe.
For 25 years, we've walked side by side, brothers forged in the Marine Corps. And when the call came, we chose to walk with God. This is our journey. Welcome to the Not of This World podcast.
All right, well, whoever's joining us right now, welcome to the Not of This World podcast. My name is Steve. That's my friend Josh.
What's up, everybody?
We are going to do something a little bit different today. Josh, I kind of gave you a heads up. We're going to be skipping around a little bit here, and I want to guide you through a story that kind of is going on with my life right now, right?
Okay.
We started this podcast a little over 2 months ago, and one of the first videos you sent me, and I don't know if you remember it, it was like shape your brain in 60 days, right? Do you remember that?
Yes.
And I remember talking to my wife, and I'm like, that's the most ridiculous idea to send me that video right now after we just started the podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I started thinking about everything the other day. I didn't know how to use this in a podcast, but there's a Theo episode where this Amish kid is talking about his life. And I think I mentioned it to you, or I mentioned on the podcast, but I keep on thinking about this kid. Like, he's 16 or 17 years old, and everything in the world right now is so exciting to him. Like, he does not care about the news. He doesn't care about anything going on. He's like, my life is freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd love to start off this podcast today with showing you a video of that. But first, do you have maybe a Bible verse that goes with that?
I do have some Bible verses.
Not of this world. Bible verse of the day.
So I've got Romans 8:28. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. And then also we have Philippians 1:6, being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. So it says it in many ways throughout the Bible, many times, that God is always working, and he's always working for the good of his children. And so he's always trying to take anything, and we don't even realize it sometimes when we pray, when we, ask God for things, and we don't see it happen that way, and that can be discouraging or whatever, but God knows what's best for us always and for in the long run. So just because he's working something differently than you imagined it or you expected it doesn't mean that he's not working, and doesn't mean that it's not going to end up even better than what you expected, because that's the way he operates. He is always working for the good, and he's always working.
He always is, man. I'm telling you, like, the more I pay attention to what he's trying to tell me, the more my life becomes more clear. But I don't always listen, and I don't think I do it on purpose. I think I just don't know he's talking to me. Do you ever feel that way?
I do, and that's where I always have to go back. I've talked about it so many times, and even in my part of my testimony, but when we start letting the influences of the world start to impact our lives, and we start paying attention to just those things, and when we're constantly watching another video, constantly listening to another song, constantly reading another article or another book, we're not giving time to hear the Lord. He's speaking, but he doesn't speak loudly. It's through whispers and little things and that. And when we're looking through it in the world, he gives signs all the time that if we're not paying attention and thinking about him and thinking about what we have talked about with him in our prayers and whatever, it's easy to miss the signs.
Yeah, I often see it in from a distance. When I look back, I go, oh, okay, I think very much like this video. I'd like to start with sharing this video of this Amish kid and just see your reaction. It kind of reminds me of me, and maybe it reminds you of yourself when you were 18, 19-year-olds joining the Marine Corps. Like, just young-eyed, doughy-eyed, like, the world's so awesome. Like, you ready to see this real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So you're on Rumspringa right now?
Right now, yep.
Okay. How does Rumspringa start? How long does it last? Who gets to go on it?
Okay, so pretty much everyone goes on it. Now, I've heard of where, like, families, like, didn't let their kids go on it, but, like, that has happened, but, like, when that sometimes when that happens, like the kid just leaves and like he becomes English, and
because they feel they can't. They're not allowed to. That the family's not following the rules.
no, everyone can go in room spring. Everyone does it. Every single community that does room springer, like they usually go on, because what happens is around 16 and a half, you join room springer, which what we call the Yuma.
The Yuma?
Yeah, which basically means what was it? Like young people.
The youth? The youth?
Yeah, youth. There you go.
Okay.
That'd be a better word for it. So you're picking up.
The Yuma.
Yep, the Yuma.
Makes sense.
Yep. So
what has your Rumspringer experience been like?
it's been crazy. I've done like the first like year and a half. Well, I didn't do too much because I wasn't 18 yet. But like this summer, I've done so many crazy things. Actually, last summer I got to drive like a Corvette. That was crazy. Like these two girls, like they let me drive their Corvette. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Where'd you meet them?
Through my uncle, my ex-Amish uncle Simon. I met him through them.
Yeah.
And dude, I actually was at their wedding. The one with the black hair. I was at her and her husband's wedding. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I got to drive a Corvette. That thing was really fast too. Like you stamp on the pedal a little bit. It was like a horse with like some special oats or something.
Oh,
or put some Celsius in their water.
Oh yeah, that thing has been eating
Yeah.
diesel dipped carrots right there, homie.
Yeah.
That horse has got it. Oh, that's
Yeah, and
dope.
they were like, well, I think it was overcrowded because there's only like 2 seats, and then she's like sitting in the middle and stuff.
Hey, that's fine though, dude. You got to have at least one chick hanging out of a Corvette, dude.
Yeah.
That's Rumspringer.
Yeah, that is Rumspringer. And then they wanted to get a couple videos because they thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, it's amazing, bro. It's
Yeah.
great to see you out there just trying some different things.
Yeah.
What other things did you try that you found that you liked and didn't like out there?
What was it? Oh yeah, I also got the other weekend. We went to like, it was Eau Claire, Wisconsin. There was like an air show where they had like the Blue Angel airplanes, had all kinds of airplanes.
Nice.
And then they also like you had to pay a little bit. Well, it was actually quite a bit. It was like $200 for like one helicopter ride. And I was like, this might be like a week or two of wages, like of me working, but like I want to go on a helicopter ride. So I was kind of scared to like hold my phone out because like the helicopter's open and stuff. Like what happens if you drop it and stuff? But it's really smooth too.
Wow, that's exceptional, bro. You got out there. You just felt like a bird, huh?
I did feel like a bird. And this guy, I think he gave a little bit of a longer ride because we're Amish and stuff.
Yeah, because people don't understand. This is where we met. We met after a show.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, we've been trying to have an Amish person on, and then here God just put us right together, brother.
Yeah, God is great. He works in mysterious ways, it seems like.
He's the magician, man.
Yeah.
I know you had mentioned before that your parents said there's some stuff not to do during Rumspringa. Like, what was some of that?
They didn't really say too much, but they tell me like when I do something that they didn't think was how to say this, like probably not the best thing to do.
Like appropriate?
Yeah, like probably like, because sometimes I do wild stuff, like going to Walmart, riding a scooter.
Yeah.
Because that came around and...
But I mean, did they have advice against like sex, drugs, things like that?
No, not like any sex stuff that doesn't get talked about. You kind of have to do like Dora the Explorer. You just kind of have to, go out in the jungle and see what bites.
Go out in the jungle and see what bites.
Kid's funny.
Yeah, he is, dude.
Is he an American Amish?
Yeah. I think he's in Ohio.
It's interesting.
Or Pennsylvania. I don't know. One of the two. Isn't that cool?
It almost sounds like someone from Norway or something that learned how to speak English.
Yeah, it's their Dutch speaking. Yeah.
Oh, they speak Dutch in the Amish communities?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize. I always just assumed they spoke English.
And and I've learned that the Amish people are all different. And they all have like different, not tribes, but different families have different rules. Like some have 0 electronics rules. Some have electronics nowadays. Some have phones.
Like he has a phone. I know, yeah.
He sneaks his phone.
Oh, okay.
But he doesn't hide it at all. But he's on his like spring break for like 2 years. So
he's... Yeah, the Rumspringer.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I watched that video when I was really feeling a little bit down and out about the world, and I wanted to show it on our podcast. But I'm like, there's nothing I can't use it for anything. And we had a Bible study on last Thursday, and I remember talking, and you asked for does anyone need prayers at the end of the day? And I remember, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember exactly what I said, but I just was saying like I just want God to influence me. I don't want the outside world to influence me anymore. Like I'm paying attention, God, but I'm tired of this. And when we're ready, I keep on. I want to talk about this Amish kid, but like this Amish kid keeps coming in my mind about how happy he was about seeing the world, like the world that we look at and go, everything's rotten, everything's changed. And he's like, it's so good. I got to ride in a Corvette and go on a helicopter ride and these things that I probably wouldn't even think twice. Like it was being cool the same way he did. Like, I'm like, how am I going to get back to that point in my life where I'm going to look at everything like it's awesome again? And that's what I want for myself.
Yeah, that's a difficult thing because you've experienced everything.
Right.
It's like a 5-year-old child in a way because he's been in this community. He's been sheltered from all of these things, but they do have some influences of technology. So I'm sure he knew about helicopters. He knew about sports cars or Corvettes or whatever. So that in his mind, his whole life, like, I wonder what that would be like. And then he gets to just go crazy for these 2 years. Yeah, that's a tough thing because you see it with your own children, right? That's how I guess as an adult, you're supposed to experience it is you get to see the wonder and amazement in your own kids' eyes and giving them new experiences and showing them and seeing that just amazement in their eyes and whoa, that was awesome, best day ever and stuff like that. So yeah.
And it's the opposite too. Like you say things that you want to keep them from and protect them. That you dealt with and you're like, no, don't go that route. I'm telling you right now, that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
But even as like kids, I think we do all go down that route of experiencing things or going through things that we're like, just stay away from it. Like politics for me. I thought back to 2016. I didn't really care. And then getting closer to 2020, I wanted to make a better decision about my vote. Because I wasn't sure what to do, right? And the more I learned about it, the more it's not good. Like politics are not for the faint of heart. So
yeah, that's the hard part about being getting back to being like him, like you're saying. The hard part is we've not only experienced everything, but we've seen so much of the corruption and so much of the lies and so much of the deception and all of these things nowadays. For me, I don't feel like I'm worried about getting back to that, which would be it'd be amazing. I think it's written clearly in the Bible that as an adult, like as we live our lives, the way we experience that joy and that happiness is through giving and through giving love. And so it's giving that love out to people, walking with that joy and giving it to people is where you get to truly experience the feeling of heaven.
yeah. Yeah, I also think about the Bible verse where it talks about don't worry about tomorrow because tomorrow has enough worry for itself. Or today has enough worry for itself. I that was coming to my mind a lot like recently when I was talking about this stuff. Like I literally am like, what am I gonna do about it? So with that being said, Josh, I'm gonna call it a day with the podcast, and I hope everyone can please do us a favor. We're just trying to find ways to reach people to get them to know about who Jesus is and how he's working through our life. So if you can please like, share, and subscribe, it'd mean a lot to us. So thank you, and we'll catch you guys later.
All right. Thanks, guys. Love you guys. Bye.